Today marks 2 weeks since my brain surgery, as you might be able to tell by the bandage on my head. I'm just about to go to the GP to get the 38 staples removed from my head, and I'm so glad because they're just starting to get a little bit tender just towards my right ear. Now look away if you're squeamish, because we're just going to show a picture of the staples underneath. I couldn't feel the staples going into my head to begin with because I had an awake surgery. However, the last couple of staples that were just along the right hand side here going towards my right ear, I could feel the pressure of them putting it in. Now all it felt like was as if somebody was pushing an object against my head. I couldn't feel anything like pain because I was on medication at the time, but because I stayed awake for the end of the surgery, because I felt absolutely fine to do so, I could just feel the pressure of them doing the last few. I had an MRI the day after my surgery, and normally I don't feel a thing, I just hear the noises of the MRI machine. However, once they put the contrast fluid into my arm to then do the final part of the scan, as soon as I went back in for the rest of the scan, I could feel a little bit of tenderness and it felt quite stingy. Again, just towards the right hand side of my ear, I guess where it's maybe a bit more tender than the top of my head here. Last time I had surgery, I got the staples removed whilst I was in a hospital, but I was in hospital for a good week after surgery, whereas this time around, I was only in for a couple of days before I was discharged. So they're sending me to my local GP to get them removed. They've given me a little, basically, staple remover to take to the GP, which is what they're going to take them out with. I can't remember last time whether they actually numbed my head or not, or whether they just went and took them out. So I'm a bit nervous this time because it's not actually at the hospital. I have been able to wash my hair. Once in hospital, the nurse did it, and then once discharged, Jen's helped me out doing it. However, you can only sort of wash and rinse and shampoo from the staples down. So she's been able to do that, and then the hospital just discharged me with some extra bandages so that once my hair's dry after, they can, Jen's been able to put the bandage back on top to cover the staples up so that it can still heal.
And then I'd say that's basically a professional job.
I've started to have headaches the last couple of days, and my scar line has become a little bit uncomfortable. I think because the scar's starting to heal and my skin's starting to get a bit tighter, so it's just become a little bit uncomfortable to the point where I've just taken a bit of pain relief to help that out. I'm going to take a little bit of pain relief just before I go to the hospital, just in case there's any pain afterwards, so that I can already preemptively manage that. So next time you see me, the bandage will be off and the staples will be out. Hello, so I'm back from the GP. She took the staples out. As you might be able to see there, you can see the scar line and just behind the ear there. She's just put another plaster on the top, just because when she pulled one of the staples out, I pulled a bit of the scalp of where it's healing off as well, so it's just bled a bit, and she's given us a replacement pad just in case it bleeds a bit more. The nurse took the staples out, and it just felt like a little pinch on each one, and it was a tiny bit sensitive just on the top here and just around the top of my ear. The only reason why I feel like it maybe was a bit pinchy was because when she took some of the staples out, there's a bit of scabbing around the scar line, so it's just a bit tender when maybe a bit of the scab came off. But on the whole, it was actually fine. So I hope this has helped some of you, so stay strong and see you next time. So I hope this... So I've been taking just paracetamol